it's another wonderful weekend and I'm about to meet my friend. Today I woke up pretty early to arrange everything at home, to clean up a little bit, make myself ready and prepare the tea. I love tea, especially some herbal tea. It's very healthy and very good for your diet as well. Now, I would like to share with you a little advice about water intake. You know that water is very important, but pretty often we forget to drink enough water, especially in winter, when we feel that it's pretty cold and we do not feel thirsty. So what I suggest and use myself is water tracking applications. We can download water tracking applications on our phone or maybe a smartwatch, which will remind us every hour or so to drink a glass of water. It's about time and I'm very excited to meet my friend Sandra. Very committed, very inspirational person who is all about healthy lifestyle and sports. And she does a lot for Kurdistan region, promoting healthy lifestyle, sports, teaching the kids. She's one of the few gymnastics instructors in Erbil and even Kurdistan region. Gymnastics is very new for this area and kids, they really love this class. They enjoy it and they would spend a lot of time just in that class. And they show a lot of progress. Since I also communicate with kids a lot, I see how they love gymnastic classes. I work with kids in Cambridge and I see how they love all the gymnastic tricks. They love cartwheel and bridge poses. Maybe they like doing splits, but you know, not everyone can teach how to do it in the right way. So they only try to copy. Oh, that's my friend, I guess. All right, I'm gonna open the door for her. Okay, have a seat, Sandra.
Thank you.
All right.
Man, long time.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so happy to see you and I'm really happy that you made some time to make it here because I know you're very busy with all the kids you're training, with all the classes, and the show is about to start, like you preparing for the show at the big club.
Yes,
So,
it's been busy. It's been busy, and usually, you know what's the catch? When I do see you, you're always going out of the fit club and I'm coming in. So we say like hi and bye 5 times a week, but we don't manage actually to sit and talk things through.
And chit chat, yes. So now finally we managed that. Yeah, so tell me, how are the classes going? Because, you know, I know that kids love gymnastics and you've been teaching gymnastics in the fit club for quite a long time.
Yeah. So this is now, we teach together the first year, so which was really successful. It was our first year. Now is my 3rd year in a row and we are preparing for Peter Pan. And it's much easier because when I just started teaching, you know, you go into a new environment and then kids, they don't know you, so you have to apply your own rules and the kids, they have to know you, what you're expecting from them. So it was challenging at the beginning, but now this year I feel great with them and they're so excited because we are shooting now I'm not sure if you know the Peter Pan.
Yeah, of course.
Peter Pan show. So kids are like, Miss, we're going to be Peter Pan, we're going to be fairies. So they're all excited about it.
What are the favorite tricks they do? Cartwheel, yeah?
You know how? They all want to... The good thing about kids is they're fearless.
Yeah.
So they would always want to do what other kids can do and they can't do. So they would like, oh, Miss, I want to do that. So usually they're firstly impressed with cartwheel because this is for them like, wow, the big thing. And of course with methodics, depending on the group, I start teaching them slowly, like rolling forward, backward, how to do their warm-up, and then we're progressing through the skills slowly. Oh, it's good. It's good. Now 4 groups, four different groups, so it's like 4 different levels, skills levels for gymnastics, and they all have their own team, their own choreography. Now I can't tell you really too much because
it's a secret.
It's a secret for parents.
We'll have to see the show.
Yeah.
So now tricks going to be revealed. Okay. And also you're very busy in Ethno Gym. So what do you actually do there? Apart from teaching gymnastics at the Fit Club, how are you occupied at
now Ethno Gym? it's my main job there, and it's become even more busier since we are opening second branch of the company. The one close to the Fit Club is English Village. The other one is going to be in Family Mall, so it's going to be now like English Village Ethno Gym, Family Mall Ethno Gym, and then Fit Club Gymnastics.
So you got
and then bit of private life, and then coming to see you. No,
okay, so tell me about the classes at Ethno Gym. You've got like huge kids section, and I see
yes. I brought you this. I brought you this. So last year we started doing this like Children's Sports Academy. We started even 5 years ago, but now I put it into structure. So we categorize children to be preschool, 4 to 6, and then kids 7 to 11, and juniors. And since you were working with the kids, it's going to be really helpful for you, you know, to hear your feedback. Basically, we are offering for children different types of sports. So starting with swimming, and then the very first and unique in Kurdistan, it's a water polo school, and then of course the Zumba for kids. Something that they were confused with was Be Fit and drills. They were like, Miss, what is Be Fit? So we created.
To be honest, I never heard about as well. You know. So
I was trying to come up with a name that would be nice for kids, but not to be like fitness activity for kids to lose the weight and be agile. So we called it Be Fit. It's basically all the elements of basic sports, such as running, jumping, even basics of elements, coordination, strength. So we merge it together, and it's really useful because sometimes you work with the kids and you know sometimes they would come to you and their physical background is zero. So even coordination, like shooting the ball, you know, they don't know how to shoot it. So these basics about Be Fit, it's actually basics of all the sports.
Sports basics.
No, it's really, really important, especially for the younger ones. It's really good. And the other one was drills. Now drills
sounds interesting.
Now I put the balls here. Drills, it's coordination with equipment.
Okay.
So with the ball, because here most of the kids I've seen, they like football, Barcelona, they're all fans of football. Now, but technique of football, like passing the ball, kicking, or from basketball or handball, it's actually coordination, hands with the ball or legs with the ball, which I realize the kids, they don't really do as much.
They cannot make connection.
No, they don't really do as much. If you go to the school and if they're football fans, they would really get along really great with legs, but then hands would be like standing. So I really wanted to introduce for kids drills with the ball, because apart from like gymnastics and Be Fit movement with their own body, they would come in the contact with other sports and let's say the ball or other kids. So I want them to feel skilled because they all want to play, but
you want them to play in the right way.
Yes.
So you are growing the professional generation of soccer players or football players.
And the great thing about that is that when you offer to a child, you say, we offer them swimming, water polo, gymnastics, Zumba, Be Fit, drills, anything. From all of these activities, first as a child, you're going to see, oh, okay, I'm good at this.
Yes, of course.
So they will be like, of course, more motivated into that. They will see also what is the challenge for them. For example, sometimes it's coordination with the fingers, but they're really good physically.
So each class includes something which is easy for them, so they will be happy that they can do it. And then a little bit of challenging activities.
A little bit
something
of challenging.
New for them,
And it's good because, you know, as you see the kids, but we are not, you know, you don't have like X-ray to look at the kids and then to see, you would be good for ballet. You can't do it until you test it and try to work with a child, and then to see where is the talent of a child. So this like basic different sports really help for child to see, okay, what the child is good at. Parents to see where they're going to put their energy, time and money, you know, sending kids into different sports activities.
Something which will work for children, because sometimes children maybe they don't choose themselves, or maybe they think they like this class, or they think they want that class, but it doesn't really work for them. So
you know how it comes always, let's say last year, I'm from Serbia, so Djokovic, the most famous tennis player, is from Serbia. So when he won the cup and Wimbledon and everything, tennis became the most popular sport in Serbia. And then you forget everything else. And then water polo, they became world championships. I was like, wow, everybody go to water polo. So there is this trend that is passing through different countries, and kids are influenced by that.
If the world discovers their own heroes, that's what motivates kids or other people, you know, adults, to follow up and also become, you know, professional or just have it as a hobby.
Yeah.
Speaking of water polo, you know, sounds really interesting, but like, could you tell more about it? Because even myself, I have no idea how to play water polo, but it sounds exciting. And also I know it's difficult here because we do not have sea or lake, so the kids can only experience it in a pool, right?
Yes. So the main challenge, I mean, why we waited 4 years to put water polo is the fact that there is no many swimming pools. So we have a couple of swimming pools, and then you don't know what kind of a coaches are there and what they can teach them on which level. Because our first challenge was gathering the kids who can actually swim good. Because you have to keep yourself on the surface and then holding the ball and then shooting in the goal. By the way, you're not touching down. It's not like you're walking.
Oh, you have to swim?
Yeah.
So you're swimming,
so
and
you're straddling the water with your legs and with your arms.
Okay.
And then when the ball is coming to you, or you have to swim to the ball, you have to catch it, and then you straddle the water with your legs. In the same time, you're going out, and then you're shooting or passing the ball.
It's a lot of physical activities going on. I mean, and you're not allowed to dive, right?
No diving.
And you're not allowed to have any like. You know, something to support.
No.
Yeah. So you just swim on your own. You carry the ball, and you have to shoot the ball.
Yeah. Well, it was really successful because out of 5 coaches, I have 2 of them who are specialized in the water polo. And then once when we implemented, we were actually quite worried. You know, so first what we did, we get all of our swimming groups of kids, then we tested them, we gave them certificates, and then only if you have specific certificate, let's see, we call it turtle level, because
the specific level.
Specific level.
So they also understand why you don't choose it, because I know when you work with kids, they always want to participate, even if they don't really have skills which are required. So we have to show them why we're not able to take them for some certain activities. Yes, it makes sense.
And this one is also for the safety reasons, because sometimes not just the child think that can do it, but also parents like, I want my child to, you know, so we have to really get the banners and roll-ups. Please, mom, dad, you have to first pass level 1, and then level 2, level 3 is our turtle level, which means kids can comfortably swim, freestyle and backstyle without any equipment and hold themselves, so straddle the water. So this is our basic entrance level to join water polo. And then starting from there, we teach them how to control the ball in the water, how to pass it. And I was actually shocked how kids were excited. I was a bit like worried at the beginning if they will like it or not, but they were so enthusiastic. So at the end of the season, we did it during the summer. So at the end of the season, we did the competition.
Okay.
So we set up 2 goals, and they had their own professional swimming water polo caps. They have like protection for ears and like with their numbers and the Ethno Gym logo. So they were team of dolphins, team of shark, this one, and it was really exciting. Parents were there cheering them up, and so it was really successful.
So basically everyone can learn from 0 to turtle level, I mean, become professional swimmers, and you provide this training as well, right?
Yes.
How many coaches do you have in Ethno Gym?
Just for swimming, 5.
Yeah.
For swimming, 5.
Like, what are the age limits for the children to join and learn to swim?
So our minimum age, this is 4 to 6. Okay. Now 4 to 6, we start really easy with them. Basic, this is preschool level, and then the kids, they go from 7 to 11. Yeah. And then juniors, 12 to 16. And of course, depending on the age group, we would set up different activities, even different approach to children. Because preschool, they're 4 to 6. You really have to be
a lot of
caring
games,
and mothering
yeah.
and the games with them. Now, a lot of parents, they are showing interest, like what to do with children before, let's say age from the birth till 4.
Yeah.
This is a really, really good question. Now, the reason I didn't put any swimming as a group is I personally believe that is the age where parents need to show an effort to take the children to the swimming pool and they do water adaptation.
You mean age from 0 up
from
to 4?
0 up to 4, yes.
Yeah, the time they need a lot of attention,
yes.
they need to stay a lot
So
of
for
time
example, at the age of 1 or even less, you would have a baby with mom being in the pool and just walking through the pool. Just getting the baby, just feeling the water, on the hands, and then later
very simple introduction. You don't need to, you know.
Yes. Now, if any of the parents are watching your show or any other coaches, I would please advise them before they come to the school to avoid approach taking the child and then just dropping them in the water and. Because a lot of kids
it happens this way, right?
Yes, a lot of kids they come with phobias and frustration, especially because of that.
So because that's how they were taught. Yeah.
For some reason, dads, I'm not sure if you're listening or watching, right? Dad would like, okay, son, okay, daughter, there is the water.
It's time for you to swim. Go ahead.
Yes. So then, now when I say adaptation, doesn't mean like dropping kid in the pool like that.
Slowly introducing to the water. Yeah. And that is important because everybody thinks that maybe it's okay, you know, children, they don't care, you know, that they don't remember, but actually it affects the psychological state, and then they, as you mentioned, phobias, then later we do not know why we have certain, you know, beliefs, or we're afraid of something just because something happened when we were little.
Sometimes that phobias, they actually go from parents. Now, unwillingly, they have fear for them about the water. So they would put it on child as well.
Oh, because they are afraid themselves?
Yes.
I see. Okay, so now I know you work with kids. You spend a lot of time with children. So tell me about yourself, your family. How many kids, siblings you've got, you know?
It's total 4 of us. Yeah. So my mom, she can have only twins. And she can have only girl and boy. Now, for Serbia, family of 4 kids, it's considered huge. Now, I know that here in Kurdistan, that's like, no, you have only 4 kids, nothing. For us, 4, it's a lot. So it's 4 of us. It's me and my twin brother, and then younger twins, also sister and brother.
Sister and brother.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
And the great thing about that is that I have most of my family here because they're also in sports.
Yeah.
So my twin brother is working with me in Ethno Gym. And our younger brother, he used to work in Ethno Gym. Now he's sports coordinator for school, same like you. And our younger sister, she is in Serbia with our parents. And now me and my husband, we are waiting for our first baby.
Yeah, by the way, congratulations. So now you're about to become a parent yourself.
Yes.
And you mentioned that now you have difficult feelings towards children in general because you used to work with them, teach them, but now you understand parents even better because you were about to become
much better. You know how since I learned that it's a boy, in my mind I started preparing myself. Wow, as soon as he's born, I will put him to this activity, to that activity. He will be doing crunches and push-ups, and he will be, you know, maybe first Olympic champion like his mom. So his dad. So
you already prepared the schedule for him. So the training plan and everything, diet plan.
Yeah, and then I calm myself down because I received a message from my mom like, oh my God, my poor grandson, like give him a break, like relax a bit. So it's exciting.
Yeah, we always want. I'm not a parent myself, but as I know, my mom used to say, and still keeps on saying that. Parents always want their kids better than themselves, you know, so they want to give the best to them. But also you notice that here in Kurdistan, in Erbil, in this society, a lot of kids sometimes they left out of the parents' attention. So what would you suggest? What would be your recommendation? Because you work with kids closely, and sometimes they might reveal for you some things which they do not reveal to their family. So
True.
I'm sure that you have some advice for parents, how to maybe listen to kids, how to pay better attention.
Well, really, really big advice for parents is that when I have kids and I start having even gymnastics fit club or ethno gym, we have kids from age 4 and up. Now, trust me, when I see a child age 4 or 5, the way that he talks to me, the way he behaves, if he have respect or not, the way he moves or she moves, yeah. I can tell if the parents, they just left him with a nanny and to play on the mobile, or they were actually working with the child. So, and as a soon like parent to be myself, it's really, really big responsibility. So for the parents, I would really recommend and advise, if you choose to have children, I mean, it's blessed. But then what you will do from the moment that the child is born, I mean, it will take time. Yeah. It will take, get out of the laziness, get out of, move that tablet or iPhone away, get that nanny away, and really dedicate yourself to your child. Because all the children that I met in Fit Club, in Ethno Gym, and the parents who are bringing those children, they are making huge difference. I would have mom who would bring a child for ballet, stay there for 2 hours, then the kid would join gymnastics, and then it would go home for study. When, as a parent, you guide the child, first of all, not to be lazy, right?
So, and the best thing to do is to join sports activities, of course.
The best.
Yeah.
The best.
Even for adults. Come on. Ourselves, it's so difficult to force ourselves to go to the gym or do some morning routine exercise like yoga. Yeah, so sports are important.
But for kids, I cannot emphasize enough. I would really like parents to consider is that if you really want to help your child, if you want your child to be best version, the best person that it can grow into, you have to invest your time, your energy, and your money to help your child develop. And when I get a kids in gymnastics, amazing thing, I will teach them first respect.
Yeah. So
as a teacher, okay, you're a student, you have to respect. And then respect between them.
Each other, yes, very important. Because even adults, when we grow up, we forget about respect,
No, but it goes from the home.
Yeah.
Because I see that if they're coming to me and they're like really not listening, is disrespectful, it goes from the home. And that's on parents. That's this age 0 to 4. That it's really, really crucial, because if you're left with nanny and nanny can't do anything, right? She doesn't have punishment system. There's only rewarding system for parents. Parents, they think they do them favor, but it's not.
So the laziness, the responsibility, the respect.
It's easier.
So
it's easier just to
how
leave
not
it.
to be lazy? Even our adult, viewers, they would like to know how not to be lazy. It's easy to get lazy.
Yes.
So what do you do not to be lazy? How do you motivate yourself?
You have to discover something that you would be happy to do. Because if I tell you...
How about sleeping and watching TV or playing games?
No, that's unfortunate, like for the adults. Because when I have adults, most likely they would come to me only when they have a problem. Let's say discus hernia, my leg, or they're overweight, or they're preparing for wedding. So some of these things, it's kind of a push for them to get out of their routine as an adult.
Yeah.
With the children, they are much better. They are naturally curious, they naturally want to explore, they naturally want to be active. So it's much easier to stimulate them to try new sports. And then when you get them, my job number 1 is to help children and adults fall in love with sport, fall in love with fitness.
And
because if you are forced on that, let's say you're preparing for your wedding day, or husband is preparing muscles, he wants to look great, he will prepare for that wedding. As soon as the wedding is over, everything is done, they're going to go back to their routine. And this means that they didn't really
commit.
They didn't discover love and enjoyment in the physical and sports activity. Same with the children, same with adults.
Okay, one thing everybody can do starting from today, you know, to develop love towards fitness. One thing for parents, for adults, let's say, and one thing for children. Like some little thing they can do every day in order to feel that sports are actually good. You know, it's very difficult. It sounds big to go and sign into the class, but one thing they can do every day.
You know how it can be as simple as walking to your supermarket.
Instead of driving?
Instead of driving. Or let's say, okay, take your kid, walk around the park.
Okay.
You know, every Friday, I know parents here, they have time, so it can be simple like that. Or when you come back home from work, you can do games with a child. Doesn't need to be physical. They can be mental, so it can be mental games with children. Now, my mom, she's crazy about this, really. She's playing with her grandchildren now. She would put simple line like this in the middle of the bedroom, and she would get my 2-year-old niece to walk, pretending, okay, imagine this is gymnastic beam. And she would walk on it and being all important. So if a parent as adult, you show an interest, like, okay, let's stimulate child about some physical activity, they will actually start enjoying and being proud.
So you give them a little tool and then they develop the whole concept around it using their imagination. That is amazing. It's a really good advice. Simple things can help. Well, how about we have some tea?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right, just give me a second.
Sure.
Here we go. I guess I need to warm it up a little bit. That's it. Well, yeah, you know, I also wanted to ask you for how long you've been here and how did you manage to stay in Erbil? Yes, for quite a long time. Yes. I know you, I've known you for a few years by now, but still I don't know the whole story. How did you get in here and the whole situation?
Soon is gonna be 5 years.
Okay.
And I'm not proud. I can't proudly say I know Kurdish or Arabic. Just a couple of sentences like Choni, Bashi, Beherbe.
So the Kurdish knowledge, yeah.
My Kurdish knowledge is quite basic, which is not as good because in previous countries when I used to live, I managed to learn the language. But it's been 4.5 years now. We came because there is ethno gym in Serbia and Montenegro. So there is ethno gym branch companies, fitness companies in Serbia and Montenegro. So 5 years ago, my boss from Serbia, he came here, and they get into partnership with bosses here, and they decided, okay, let's open the ethno gym here. And what is the best thing to do is just sending the team that is ready.
Yes.
And this is
experience in what they do, and that's how you discovered Erbil. Okay. All right. So so how about do you like this Iraqi tea? You know, it's very famous Iraqi tea, or you prefer some green tea or maybe chamomile? So,
you know, as a culture-wise, like if everybody are having Iraqi tea, I would take Iraqi tea.
Okay.
So I would like follow the crew about it, and if people are ordering coffee or this, I would before pregnancy I used to drink coffee.
Yeah. So the tea is ready, and how about we move to a living room?
Let's go.
Okay, that's for you, please.
Thank you.
And how about sugar? Do you want some?
No, thank you.
Okay,
thank you, I'm good.
The healthy lifestyle promotion, right? This is our next part, and we will now discover where does the journey begin. This is Sandra, manager at the Ethno Gym, gymnastics instructor, and I'm really interested to know how did you begin your journey, your professional background. Could you please tell us more about it?
Yeah, well, professional background, basically, I'm in sports all my life. Yeah. It started with, since I was born, right? My mom, she's gymnastic teacher
as well.
She was presenting for the school, so she was the one. You know, I was even age 3 or 4. I was walking on my hands and doing cartwheels. So literally since then we saw that me and my brother, we are physically really talented for the sports.
Yeah.
And literally since the birth, my specialization went to the sport. Now, it have nothing to do with fitness, and it have nothing to do with gymnastics. I was specialized in judo, actually.
Judo. Okay,
Judo.
martial arts.
So now it's...
You are a warrior, so that's why coming to Middle East was not a problem for you at all?
It was scary at the beginning, you know, like, because in Europe you hear stories like how it's in Iraq, especially, so you get worried. But yeah, I spent first 15 years almost in Serbia training judo, and I was in the national team for 6 years, which means first in the country, first in the Balkan country. I was qualified for Olympic Games.
So now I'm hosting a superstar, basically. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work, a lot of commitment. It's not. It sounds easy right now, but I've been doing karate, you know, but I didn't get any level, not even a belt, because, you know, it was just a hobby, let's say. But I know what you're talking about, and.
No, it is, and that's why when you ask me about children and education for kids, I'm really insisting how important it is guiding the kids to train anything, because it completely changes who you are.
How did you feel when you were nominated for Olympic Games? Were you excited?
No, of course. No, it's unbelievable, but there is a lot of hard work behind that. So, for example, I was I started with age of 6 judo, and then by the age of 12 I was on national competitions. So age of 12 I used to have 10 trainings a week, which means
10 training. It's twice a day, sometimes.
So for example, during Europe, Monday to Friday it would be morning training, and then I go to school, and then I go from school, I do my homework, and then I go at the training afterwards. It really builds you up.
Yeah.
You have discipline, commitment, and then self-esteem that it creates.
You feel that you can achieve more.
Anything, anything that you put your mind into, you can achieve. So it really made me who I am today, and judo was my start. That was my first love. Unfortunately, like all the professional sports, professional specialization too early always come with a cost, which means there are a lot of injuries. So I ended up having really severe knee injuries, and that was the reason that I have to pull back out of professional competitions, because I had to choose, okay, am I gonna finish my University of Sport and become professor of sport and specialize into education, or I'm going to be athlete and competitor for national team. And judo is not one of the most popular sports in Serbia. So let's say if you train tennis or football, we're talking millions. If you train judo, then your national salary from government, maybe it would cover my vitamins, minerals, and travel maybe to European Championship, but everything else it's on the parents and the child. So I had to make a decision, and I think it was really great decision, because after 15 years of being national athlete, I shift myself more into educations. So I started coaching children and adults judo, and then I enter into the fitness world. So
now it helped you to discover more abilities to really help people.
I'm a bit like stubborn, like I will do something if I'm going to be the best in it. So as long as I could do judo and to be the best there, you know, I did that. When I realized that my physical injuries, they were not really helping me, and then I have to finish my university, I had to force myself to fall in love with something new. And thanks God I discovered Les Mills and the fitness, because it was just beginning of professional fitness industry in Serbia, even in Europe. It was something completely new. So I managed to shift into the fitness, and my first fitness education was actually, I was working for Ethno Gym in Serbia. And we passed through educations. We had education with trainers from international trainers from France, Monica Baroni, many famous master trainers. And she, at the end of the education, she would ask us like, how you see yourself, let's say, in a year, or in a 5 years, in a 10 years. And she put the blackboard there, and so we all had to like write what we want.
Write the goals.
And mine was like, I will do your job.
Oh.
And literally,
as a trainer, as a
she's
educator.
She's master trainer, so her job was to educate people how to become instructors, and then train. Once when you're instructor, you're teaching, let's say, Zumba or yoga, then if you want to improve to become a presenter national, then you have to pass to education for advance, and then if you're okay with that, then you can go into trainers. So you're a trainer of instructors and trainer of trainers.
And that is incredible. You know, it's really motivational, and I love the success stories. And you know, it's a really good example for our younger generation. So if they want to achieve something, they have to imagine it, write it down somewhere on the board, yes, you did, and just go for it. So everything is possible. You said nothing is impossible. That's your motto, I guess. And also, you know, I know that you've got really exciting hobby, bike riding.
Yeah.
Because you're one of the few females riding bike here. I don't even know the guys. Mostly people drive cars, but the bike. So tell me about it. How does it feel in Erbil? Have you been riding bike back home? And
no, nothing.
Oh, really?
It was my first. I was actually quite worried because you know how they drive here. It happened that my twin brother and my younger brother, both of them, they got bikes.
So on the bike, we mean motorcycle, the huge one, yeah?
Yes.
The black, big wheels, because maybe some people think bicycle.
No,
the motorcycle.
Motorcycle. So when my brothers, they started driving the bike, and I was looking at them like, okay, it's a bit scary, I'm a bit worried, but if guys, you can do it, then I can do it as well.
Of course, nothing is impossible, Sandra.
So what I did and what I would really recommend to people, I see that how they're riding the bikes. Yeah. I really order the best possible equipment. So I got
the protection.
Shipped. Yes. Yeah. So I got the jacket with all supports on the elbows and shoulders and the back and the lungs. Then I would get the jeans that have protection for the knees, thighs, and hips. Shoes specifically for bikes. So God forbid if suddenly happen, you know, your ankles, they're staying safe. And the most important, helmet. I mean, really, really good helmet. And even though I really love it and I really enjoy it, I used to go before the baby for the rides with my brother, usually on Friday, because there is not a lot of traffic. Yeah. I do not enjoy going on 100 meters, 5 in the afternoon when it's big traffic. Yeah. No, it makes no sense. I would use only from my home to the gym and back, so it's quick.
Sandra, I know that your main job is at gym managing position, and I'm sure that's your main job. And besides that, you make some time to teach the kids gymnastics. And I know a lot of expats, they have main jobs here, and then they also dedicate some time to children charity. And why did you decide to do that? Because you know you don't do it for money, obviously. And what motivates you to share your experience with the kids?
Well, number one was amazing job that Miss Sofia and Miss Gazal they did with the FIC Club. When they approached me to help them out with gymnastics, they showed me a couple of the shows first year. Yeah. There was another coach there. And then when I saw the level of professionalism that they teach kids, how it's organized, that it's actually a big show, it's a big deal. You know, even in Serbia, and I used to live in Greece, I didn't see such a big event for children. So I was really honored to be part of the team as for FIC Club. And on the other side, it was my personal challenge, because I was doing gymnastics when I was a child, and then through my university methodics and everything, but I never actually prepared children for show. So, and I was really stable in my job at Ethno Gym, so I saw that as extra challenge for me. I wanted to challenge myself that I can do it, that I can make the same show and the kids will be absolutely amazing and improved. They will be happy on the shows with me. And challenge.
So That is very interesting, and I think you really get in the outcome out of that. You see the result, you enjoy the progress, you enjoy the process. That's the most important thing. And I totally understand you working with children. It's just incredible.
It's rewarding, very rewarding.
Well, you know, the time is running so quickly, and I know that we both gotta run and then get busy with some other stuff today. Before we go, could you please give one little advice to our younger viewers? You know, it's a Cambridge TV, the children watching our show as well. So what would you recommend every child, or advise or suggest something which they can really follow up to maybe pursue their dream, to choose the career they like? Anything you think very important for them to know today?
Well, kids and parents, I would really encourage you all to be brave to lead the change. It means get out of your comfort zone and be brave not to be like everybody else. You know, you can see coffee shops full of youngsters smoking shisha and so on. So do you want to be like one of million, or you want to be the one that will actually be above and be the first one to do something? So be brave to be different. Be brave to lead that change that you want to see. And the same is for the parents as well. If you want to help your child to succeed, also be brave to help your child, to nurture, to change.
That was amazing. Sandra, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for your time, and thanks for watching us. I hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did and learned a lot and took some notes maybe to follow up. I wish you all health, wealth, and a very, very good mood starting from today. See you.